Good afternoon, everyone. Today is November 23rd, 2021, and I am Michelle Grimolia, the President and CEO here at Woodland Pond. This is my weekly update on a Tuesday. So this will air obviously live right now on channel 1340. Will be available for re-airing on our YouTube channel in about an hour, and will be rebroadcast on channel 1340 at 4 p.m. today and 8 p.m. today. So I hope you get a chance to catch what we're talking about today. So I want to start my address today with, first and foremost, wishing everybody a couple of days in advance a really love-filled and content Thanksgiving. I'm thrilled to know that we've got a full set of reservations in the dining room for Thanksgiving, and we did not have to wait list anyone. So I'm very excited about that. Looks like everyone that wanted a reservation in the main dining room will have one. We've got a great menu planned, and the staff are excited and ready to serve you all up a fantastic Thanksgiving meal. So for those that are staying on campus, or if you're leaving campus, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. For myself, I always cook Thanksgiving. I have a very small immediate family, so it'll just be about maybe 8 or 10 of us. But we're getting all of the recipes ready and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that. So again, a very happy Thanksgiving to everyone. So today I just had a couple of not too many things to cover. I was asked to please remind everyone or notify everyone that there will be a new caregiver support group that will be started here in December. And there's actually also there's a couple of different groups that are coming online, but this one in particular, I was asked to remind you about. This is one that will be beginning in December. This is for folks that are caregivers or significant others of, spouses of, the loved ones of folks that are here and in the health center that provide a caregiver role. So it's being facilitated by Rhea Stein, who, as many of you know, has spent years ending, within the year, but has spent a long time as a caregiving spouse, and certainly understands and can be very empathetic to those of you that are facing that situation now. So that will begin on December 6th on a Monday. Those will be on Mondays, as I understand it. I'm not sure if they're weekly or monthly, and I don't have the December calendar in front of me to be able to confirm that. But the first meeting will be Monday, the 6th of December at 1:30 p.m. Sign up is required for that. So if you're interested in participating in that and feeling the love and support of those that are in the same boat, I would highly encourage you to sign up with the concierge for that. Today is the day that we will begin the process of collecting from the bank all of the checks that the employees will be gifted by all of you for tomorrow from the formerly known as the Employee Appreciation Fund, soon to be referred to as ROVE. And I cannot wait for the staff to receive their gifts from you. I know that in years past, these have been so instrumental for them in finishing the year out in somewhat of a financially stable manner. This year, the efforts of the committee have been just outstanding, and I have seen the numbers, and I know what some of those checks are, and I know there will be many happy tears shed tomorrow when those staff get those checks. I'm actually getting emotional thinking about it. So what will happen is tomorrow, all of the employees will be able to pick up a check with their name on it from reception, and they can go right to the bank and cash that or deposit it or whatever they're going to do. And that is your gift of appreciation to the staff. And I know from experience that oftentimes this is the difference between, holiday gifts or not, allowing, staff members to enroll their children in sort of extra activities or programming that otherwise wouldn't be possible. It really makes a huge difference. So for those that have not been here before, typically what we do in the week or so after the gift is given, we do collect from the staff a little bit of an excerpt as to, or a description of how the gift made a difference in their life this year. So I always look forward to getting those messages, and we will collect them and get them out to you probably about a week from now. So thank you again for your generosity. And you should know these really will make a huge difference in the lives of our staff. Let's see, HVAC issues. I know that a lot of you were either present at the management Q&A last week where Tom covered this extensively, or you might have caught the management Q&A on a re-review on YouTube. But what Tom explained is that we do currently have orders placed for 6 or so of our rooftop units. We have about 30 or 40 of them all together. These are the big giant rooftop units that control heating and ventilation within the community. So fortunately, the impacted areas are right now are common areas, so not individual homes or residences. But we are, obviously facing supply chain issues in obtaining these HVAC units. So typically something that would have had a week or two turnaround, we are now seeing is having a much more extensive turnaround. So these are units that had been ordered. They're in the process of being shipped, but obviously we're facing delays. So we are working hard to moderate temperatures as best we can in some of the common areas, but we are just reminding everyone that the most important thing is that you layer up. So you're going to the card room or to the classroom. We do have some space heaters in there, but keeping the doors open helps. I just left a meeting from the classroom and it was actually comfortable in there right now. So we are certainly aware of the issues. All of the equipment that we need has been ordered. We also have just completed a total review with our plumbing and heating contractor of all of the rooftop units to identify any parts that need to be replaced, anything that they're recommending that we prophylactically replace. And so it was just these 6 that they recommended that we either take offline or prepare to order replacements for. So all of those orders have been made. So we're just waiting for installation dates. So someday soon, hopefully sooner than later, because my office has no heat, we will be seeing a crane, and the crane will put rooftop units on and warm us up. But I am very thankful for a space heater, and I have a sweater on, as you can see. Let's see, the next thing, just a couple of things related to the dining room. So there's been, some enhanced discussion about the reservation system, and some questions have arisen over the last week or so. So I just wanted to let everyone know that there is absolutely positively dining room availability. Ronnie maintains a system of availability for the reservations, and only on the actual day of are we typically full. So you will not be able to get a reservation typically the same day if you're looking for one. But if you come today and you're looking for a reservation for tomorrow or the next day or so forth, Thanksgiving notwithstanding, I look right in the system with Ronnie and I can see there are vacant slots, vacant slots, vacant slots. So I want to just dispel any concern that we have unavailability on a wide scale basis in the dining room. Now, that's not to say that you may not be able to get an exact time on a day that you want. It all depends. And, we're working on alternatives. As you know, we were planning on doing a 4-day trial of no reservations, but with Ronnie's pending departure, it's not a good time to do that. We don't need to, disrupt the apple cart right now. So we're going to maintain the current system, which seems to be working well. If you are a resident that is having trouble getting a reservation, I would ask that you contact Ronnie. Okay. Other residents can't help you with this problem. And I know that that's sort of the common thing. Like, I'm going to tell my neighbor that I'm not able to get a reservation. Your neighbor can't get you a reservation, and they may not understand all of the nuances and the complexities to the system. So if you are having trouble getting a reservation, you always want to start with Ronnie, and her contact information is available at the concierge. Or if you cannot get in touch with Ronnie, you can contact me, and I will see what I can do to help. My first question is always going to be, did you try to make a reservation with Ruth? Okay, so Ruth is at the hostess station. She can help with reservations. I'm always going to ask you that first. So if you haven't gone to Ruth or you haven't asked her for her help, then I'm going to ask you to do that. If you've tried and you're not successful, then we will figure out what needs to happen to get you some reservations. So, we're continuing to do as much as we can in terms of recruitment. Our pay is beyond what the local competitors, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts, those kinds of things are paying. So price-wise, we're in advance or higher than what our competitors are paying. It's just right now, it is hard to get staffing everywhere. We are making some inroads, but we're trying to be very careful with not overbooking the dining room versus the number of staff that we have. But my main point of all of this is to say we're still not meeting capacity every night. So if you're looking for reservations and for some reason you're feeling like you're not able to get them, please, again, start with Ruth. If you have no success with Ruth, next go to Ronnie. If you don't either get in touch with Ronnie or you're not having success there, then you come to me, and one way or another, we will get you those reservations because we've got the capacity. So I just wanted to touch on that. The next thing that I just wanted to mention is just a friendly reminder that we have a no touching policy for staff. So there's never a situation where it's appropriate for a resident or another staff member or a guest to grab or to physically command a staff member with touching. Okay, so we can't have a situation where you feel that you need something from a staff member and you're physically pulling them or grasping their arm or, in any way touching. That's not, we would not do that to a resident to get your attention, or nor would we do that to a guest, nor do we do that to other staff members. And it's just a reminder that we can't have that kind of touching happening. If you are a resident that feels that you are not getting attention in the way that you need it or that you're hoping to, please come to me. Obviously just asking someone for help is typically useful and productive. But we just don't want to let it go by that, somehow it's okay to grab a staff member or pull them over to you. It's something that we have not really permitted or looked to have happen here at Woodland Pond for all of the 12 years that we've been open, because there's just, it can be taken in a variety of different ways. So please do try to avoid that. And again, if you do have trouble with service and you feel that you're not getting something that you need or want, you can escalate that to me at any time. The last thing I just want to mention is related to Thanksgiving and the COVID numbers. So obviously, if you're watching the news, COVID is up kind of all over the place. I'm going to ask everyone to use extreme caution in terms of, your Thanksgiving plans, and certainly enjoy your time with your family and your neighbors. But just a few reminders, and we did put this out in either the Chanticleer or a memo last week. But if you are enjoying Thanksgiving with anyone that is unvaccinated, we are asking that after your plans, once you come back on campus or once once those unvaccinated folks are not with you, that you do kind of last out the incubation period, which is 5 to 7 days, mainly in your apartment or cottage home, and really not engaging at all in anything congregate here on campus. If you are doing something with someone that is vaccinated, consider doing the same thing, but really, especially if you are concerned that there's an escalated risk. So if by chance you have Thanksgiving with all vaccinated people, and then the next day you find out that one of them tested positive or has become symptomatic, we're going to ask that you stay again in your apartment or cottage home. We do have some availability for rapid tests here on site. We do not have certainly any kind of quantity to be able to rapid test everyone. That's just not something that the state has afforded us. So we have a sufficient supply to be able to manage around existing exposures or potential exposures. So if you feel that you potentially have been exposed, or if you, develop any kinds of symptoms, of course, you can stop in and see Mary Jo. If you're in independent living, or if you're in the health center, ask any nurse, and those folks can help you get swabbed and have a rapid test. But again, it's really just about being cognizant that the risk is there. I know that a lot of you are scheduled for boosters either today if you have Pfizer here on campus, or next Tuesday if you have Moderna. So that will help, but it does take a couple of weeks for that booster to really kick in, just like the first vaccine took some time. So just something to think about. And please just do communicate with us if you develop any kinds of symptoms or become aware of any kind of exposure. So with that, I will say good afternoon and a very happy Thanksgiving to you all. I will see you soon.